I'm over in Zone 8B of Mississippi. I'm out here about January 11th. I'm looking at my raised bed gardens that I'm getting prepared for the spring. And the question came in my mind, why a man can end poverty in his yard while nations collapse under AI? People ask me all the time, how is it that a man can walk into his own yard and eradicate poverty for himself and his family? But with all this technology, including AI, most economies are going to collapse in the next 15 years. The answer is simple once you stop looking at the world through man's system and start looking through God's system. When a man works his yard, he steps into the oldest economy on earth, God's economy. Seed time and harvest, land and labor, stewardship and obedience. That system was never collapsed. It survived Egypt, Babylon, Rome, and every empire that thought it was too advanced to fail. God blesses the work of your hands, not the work of Wall Street. But nations don't operate on God's economy. Nations operate on Caesar's economy. Debt, extraction, artificial value, and systems that collapse the moment the illusion breaks. AI is not the cause of the collapse. AI is the spotlight, exposing how fragile the system already was. Hoodoo people understood this long before the technology existed. Hoodoo is land-based survival technology. The yard is not dirt. It is a bank, a medicine cabinet, a covenant, and a spiritual inheritance. Our ancestors survived slavery, Jim Crow, and economic exclusion because they were never dependent on the system. They were dependent on the land, on God, and on the wisdom passed down through the bloodline. So yes, a man can end poverty in his yard because the yard is governed by divine law. But nations will collapse because they are governed by man's law. A yard is a covenant. An economy is a contract. Covenants are eternal. Contracts expire. If you want to survive the next 15 years, stop anchoring your life to collapsing system and start anchoring your life to the land, to God's order, and to the wisdom your ancestors left behind. That's the separate economy. That's the remnant path. And that's why one man with a yard can do what entire nations cannot.